All right, what is up, everyone? Today I found something very cool that I think is important to show everyone, at least in the idea of survival and camping and hiking and all that stuff. Survival, having basic survival skills comes into all that, because if you get in a pinch, and especially with this, you could potentially die. So when you're in the outdoors, obviously, based off all these skunk cabbage and hills and stuff like that, I am in what would be referred to as a wetland, sort of a swampy-ish area. And behind me, right about over here, is a stream. Now, when it comes to procuring water, and basically when you're camping, hiking, all that sort of stuff, you typically go with a water filter. So if you have to use water from a stream or anything like that, you can protect yourself against, Giardia and Cryptosporidium and all that sort of, all of those nasty bacteria that can really make you sick. But they're in a case where you don't have that, in a survival situation case. Obviously, if that is your only option to drink water out of that stream, you drink the water out of the stream and you deal with whatever happens later. Dehydration will kill you a lot faster than Cryptosporidium or Giardia will, and that gives you maybe another day or two to get out and to either self-rescue or for somebody to find you. Now, to the point I'm making, I found a natural spring, and this is kind of what to look for when you're looking for one. So obviously, all up around here, I don't see any. I mean, I see skunk cabbage up and around me, but this is all dry land. There's deciduous trees up there, which typically grow around slightly drier climates. But by that I mean, this is the area for it. But down here, up this way, there is no water here. There's nothing anywhere around me. But here is the start of a seep, or what's also referred to as a natural spring. So if you look here, I had to clear this out because there was skunk cabbage and all that good stuff around here. But if you look, the water here it's a bit dirty now, but it was way dirtier a few minutes ago. And what it actually is down here, you could feel it, like my hand is 6 inches down a hole right here, and there's cold water coming up. And basically what this is where an aquifer is sprouting out, also referred to as a natural spring. And a lot of this water is seeping through, and this is creating another source of a stream. This water is typical. I mean, right now it looks terrible because I just stirred a bunch of it up. But this water, if you have to have a choice between this and the stream over there, and you don't have a filter, you would be a lot safer drinking this water than you would drinking the water from the stream. Now, if you look, you see how it's kind of seeping out right here? When you have a natural spring like this, water is actually, it's going through an aquifer, and that's basically, for the layman's term, it's an underground spring. And it's getting filtered through the sand and the rocks and basically everything that the aquifer has to travel through. It's filtering the water. So that will give you a lot better of a chance of drinking water that's going to be safe, rather than just drinking it out of a stream. I know this area well enough to know that stream is an outlet from ponds that are at a golf course. So that stream is going to have phosphorus in it, it's going to have fertilizer in it, it's going to have whatever chemicals they're putting on that grass to keep it, well maintained. I don't want to drink that water. If I was in a pinch and I had to drink water, this is where it's going to come from. So I figured it would be pretty cool to show you guys. You see how it's kind of billowing out right there? This is all just a nice seep of fresh spring water. And in all honesty, since it's getting stirred up like that, I mean, you could tell how much more clear this is than it was a minute ago. It's still pretty dirty, but as time goes on, this will clear up. And actually what I had to do is I had to create an outlet for this to seep down, because otherwise it was just puddling there and it just kept stirring up that dirt. But what you could do is you can make a makeshift filter and just put a bandana or something over the top of your water bottle while you're filling it up, and that will actually help keep a lot of that dirt and soot and stuff like that out of there. It won't be perfect. It'll probably look like chocolate milk while you're drinking it, but if it's in a survival situation and it's life or death, I would drink this water every day of the week, no problem, over the chemical ridden water that's over there. I don't know if this coming out of a spring removes those chemicals. I really don't know off the top of my head, but I know from basically every survival book that I read that if you find a natural spring, drink your fill every container that you have, and basically drink yourself until you're almost sick. And if it's the hot summer, dip your clothes in it, try to keep yourself cool. So I figured it would be really cool to show you guys, because I know this natural spring is here. It took a couple minutes of searching, but you know, this is what it would look like. See you guys next time.